I'm here with creator Gerimi Burleigh, creator of Eye of the Gods. Now, Gerimi, first of all, is this your first WonderCon?
No, I came here last year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it, and this year is even better. The crowds are bigger, you know, the fans are excited, and it's been a great show so far.
Now, I had a chance to read Eye of the Gods, and I thought it was a great concept for a book. Now, where did this whole idea come from? Were you at the doctor's office or something like that?
Yes, very much so. I was sitting around, you know, getting my eyes dilated at doctor's visit, and I was trying to read an article because I get bored even if I, you know, can't do anything. And I was trying to read an article about Dolly the cloned sheep, and it occurred to me they can, you know, they've got this technology now, they're able to clone things. Why can't they clone us some eyeballs? And so that led to the premise of a character who is in a world where cloning becomes as common as, you know, a root canal, just a process where, you know, they can just clone you new eyeballs, which the main character goes through and gets eyes that are made from his own DNA that are resistant to aging, ultraviolet radiation, and will give you perfect vision for the rest of your life. But he has an unintended side effect. He starts having visions. He ends up seeing a murder happen. And then he realizes that murder is being reported in the news as a death by natural causes. He starts getting curious and noses around and uncovers a conspiracy. And that conspiracy also covers him. So he has to figure out how exactly these visions are related to the murder and what's causing them before the people behind it end up killing him.
Now, I really, one of the things I like about independent series like this is you can tell that the artist slash writer, or yeah, either or, really put their heart and soul into this. I can tell reading your book that you really spent a long time working on this. Is this your first major work?
Yes, I mean, I've been working in my day job. I work as a toy designer, and I've been
cool.
Yeah, I'm very fortunate that I have you know, a job where I get to be creative both there and then at home. But you know, I've always been interested in comics. I grew up reading comics, and I've had the story germinating around in my head for a long time. But this is the first time where I finally said, all right, I need to sit down and put out a whole comic. I want to, you know, share these ideas with people, get readers to check out the stuff I want to do. So.
Now, what other upcoming projects do you have? I mean, obviously you've been bitten and now you want to do more original stuff. What can we expect from you in the future?
Well, I already have a sketchbook out, which I'm going to put on for sale online for my next comic book. It's a Western. The name of the book is Morningstar, and it's the tale of Lucifer's fall from heaven, you know, told as a Western. Sort of like Unforgiven meets Paradise Lost.
Okay, all right.
I mean, the conceit behind it, I'm treating it more as mythology as opposed to biblical text. And in the story, the 7 Archangels are sort of like the Magnificent Seven. And Lucifer is actually their leader. He's the marshal of heaven. And the premise I'm working behind is that, you know, God didn't create Lucifer and he was just instantly evil. He started out as the brightest of all the angels. And it's sort of like the tragic downfall. How did he go from being the brightest of the bright to the darkest of the dark?
Now, what kind of research goes into a series like this? Because obviously a lot of sci-fi stuff went into Eyes of Gods, Eye of the Gods. So what are we to expect with this upcoming one?
Well, you know, I tried. You know, when you're dealing with religion, I very much wanted to
Don't want to freak anybody out.
Yeah, the approach I'm taking is one where you can very early on see that I am not holding to biblical text. I am treating it usually as more of taking the ideas behind it using as a jumping off point for something that's more of a mythological based story. But that said, I still, you know, tried to research in terms of each of the 7 archangels, trying to make their roles in the story and their personalities in the story fit whatever angel there is. Because there's Lucifer, of course. Michael is actually his best friend in the story, and you know, sort of his second lieutenant. And that is a big part of the story, is how their relationship develops and how the friendship gets strained. There's Gabriel is actually Gabrielle. She's a female in this story. So it's Gabrielle, Raphael, Uriel, the angel of death. You know, a few other characters, but.
Prancer, Cupid, Comet, Blitzen.
Exactly. And yeah, but for all of those guys, I tried to give them something that their personality traits, their character traits, their roles in the story fit their angelic, you know, how they fit into biblical text. Right. But then also going back and watching a lot of Westerns. That's really what I've been doing.
That's fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, okay. They had a little John Wayne character in there somewhere, right?
Exactly. Just to get the flavor and the tone of it. And actually, I did go out. There's a place in Southern California where I'm from. I'm down in the LA area. There's a place called Paramount Ranch where they filmed a lot of old TV Westerns, you know, Rifleman and, you know, shows like that. And it's inside a national park. And you can go there on days when it's open and see all the old sets that are still up. So I went there and took a lot of photo reference of that because I want you know, when I draw the backgrounds, I want the environments the characters are in to actually look like an old Western town. So.
Now, if people want more updates and where they can find you and such on the web, where can they find you?
My website is optichouse.com.
And are you on Twitter as well?
I am on Twitter. I'm Gerimi on Twitter. That's Gerimi. And from optichouse.com, you can also link to my Facebook, my DeviantArt page. I'm all over on all the social networks.
Well, Gerimi, thank you so much for your time for this interview. I wish you all the best on your upcoming series. And yeah, Eye of the Gods, go check it out, people.
All right, thank you. Thanks a lot.
Gerimi, everybody.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay, Gerimi, everybody.